today's video is going to be for the new parents. We are talking about potty training. And let me tell you something, potty training before 2 at that. And I do want to give a disclaimer, because what parents, I'm not in the business of shaming parents at all, because we already go through enough, especially moms. We feel a lot of guilt if we feel like our child is lacking or slacking in any type of way. We're like, what can we do? Calm down. Calm down, calm down. It's not about that. You know, I think the most important thing is being patient with yourself, realizing that you're doing what you got to do for your child, and know that your child is going to learn at the rate and pace that your child is going to learn. My son started walking at 7 months, okay? But he started speaking a little bit later than that. We see that him and his father and I, we see that he needs more application in the speaking department. So that is completely okay. So just very stubborn. Sometimes I'll be like, say L. He'll be like, and it's not like he can't talk, but he's very stubborn. He does what the hell he want to do sometimes. A quick story before we get to... So I didn't know my son could count to 10, because when he's with me, I don't know, that boy's he just be acting different. One day his dad came in, he said, boy, put your hands beside you. So Soldier put his hand down, and he was like, count the numbers, because I put some numbers on the refrigerator. Soldier said 1, 2, 3. He counted all the way to 10. And I was just looking at him like, this boy really be playing me. So give yourself a break. Show yourself some grace. If you know that you're doing what you got to do for your child in any type of department, in any area you want them to excel, if you know what you're doing for your child is good, just keep on doing it. You know, don't force them to try to fit them into your mold and stuff like that. You know, allow them to be free. We got to understand, when we have kids, when they're younger, this is probably the only chance they really get to experience legit freedom. They wake up, they do what they want to do, like, you know, like just having freedom, period. I realize when we get older, sometimes we try to revert back to childhood. When we get older, we crave the things from childhood. We crave freedom. We crave that creativity. So let them be free and let them learn at their own pace. I know that was a long explanation to say just let the kid be, but it is what it is, okay? But yeah, so I want to go ahead and get into the potty training video. The reason why this is important, because if your child is going to daycare or anything, a lot of these places ask for your child to be potty trained. Another reason why this is important, because baby, we want to save the coins. We want to save them, okay? We don't want to always be spending our money on diapers, even if you are cloth diapering, the water bill, the detergent. Baby, we want to save the coins, okay? So potty training at any age is good, you know? So that's what it is. But let's go ahead and get into the steps. I got my trusted journal right here. You know, I got journals on top of journals on top of journals, but this one's for my notes. So when to start, you can start anytime. You literally can start anytime. If your child is 3 or 4 and they are not potty trained yet, I would even say it may be better, because they may now have some of the language to say, hey mommy, I got a potty, I gotta go here. So yeah, so you can start at any time. Stage 1, observe your child. So when your child is born, they're going to have so many different ways of communicating with you. From their facial expressions to the sounds that they make, you're going to know when your child poops, okay? You're going to know it. Before you even smell it, you're going to know their face. You're going to know, oh yeah, they about to poop. So one thing that I noticed when my son began to walk, I noticed that he would go around my bed, or he would just go to a secluded location, but he really just had one area. I think he went to his bedroom like a couple of times, but he would go around my bed, and then I would catch him over there bending down pooping. Like on Friday, he was like, oh, he over here taking it. You know, that's what my son would do. He would go around the bed and poop, and I'm just like, did you just poop? And then come back waddling stanky, and I'm just like, you just used the bathroom? Like, bro, you could have tapped me. or something. But observe when your child use the bathroom, even when they're not walking. So in the morning time, I noticed like after he eats his food, he would have a bowel movement. So then I would just get caught on to that, like, okay, I'm starting to see like after he eat, he has a bowel movement. And so you can, that's one way for you to know the timing of your child. So the first stage is strictly like observation. Chances are your child is going to see you use the bathroom. So when the child is looking at you use the bathroom, narrate the process. Say, mommy is sitting on the toilet, you know, like that lady sitting on the toilet, sitting on the toilet. Narrate that for your child so they can have the language as well to say, hey, I want to sit on the toilet and stuff like that. And they will be able to go ahead and put language to the process. So that's always good. And talking to your child is always good too. So first thing, you want to see when do they use the restroom, and then like I said, they're going to observe you. So you're going to demonstrate while you're using the bathroom. Oh, get some tissue. We do it. And for boys, it may be different. For boys, they may need to see their father use it, or you also can show them at that time while you guys are in the bathroom. If you don't want your child looking at you on the toilet. If you don't want your child looking at you on the toilet, you can give them a video to watch about pottying. It's 1,039 videos on YouTube about potty training, potty songs, everything. Give them that video so in their mind they can make this mental connection like, hey, the bathroom is for brushing our teeth, washing our body, and also pottying, you know, so they can make that connection. So that's step number 1, okay? Stage 2, usually in like the toddler stage, usually like that, I would say like 1.5, well, really 1. Like I said, we started at 1. We sit him down on his toilet. And you say, what toilet you talking about, girl? Let me show you, sis. Let me show you. You want to go ahead and get your child a seat like this, okay? This is their own personal potty. It does not matter what brand you get. It does not matter how much it is. It don't matter. They just need a toilet for them. And I think it's good because it has... Ain't that cute? It has the little flushing sound, and it also has a place for you to put the wipes in the back, so you can just go ahead and take the wipes out. So you want to invest in one of these, and you want your child to sit on this and get comfortable and get familiar with sitting down on the potty, because the thing is, the babies, they get used to wearing a diaper and things like that, which leads me to my next point. Now, this may or may not be for everybody. In this household, listen, your body is free to be in this household. So I encourage my son to go diaper free. So that means literally you wear no diaper. Now, I'm not gonna sit up here in front like I didn't clean up some poop off the floor before, some pee off the floor, because I definitely have. And if you got carpets, you may know what you want to do with this part. Keep them in a certain area and let them go diaper free. But I encourage diaper free because I don't want him to get used to that feeling of being wet or sitting in your poop and stuff like that. I did not want him to get used to that feeling. So I always encourage diaper free. Now, it is some parents out there I have seen where they don't believe in diapers at all. Like, they don't use diapers at all. Like, since the child is born, they just try to pick up the cues of their child to see when they have to poop and literally put them, just nagging on my damn nerve, and literally put them and literally put them like over the toilet and let them poop. Now, I wasn't going that extreme. Like, brother, you gonna put on the pamper. But during this stage, I did encourage diaper free. Soldier to this day loved to be naked. He loved to be in his skin. I would get him dressed. I turn around, brother, man is naked. So do at your own will. This is not a necessary stuff that you have to do, but I know I did a lot of diaper free times. Like, if we're sitting down doing art and something like that, I would encourage him to go diaper free. If we're cooking, he going diaper free. Basically, my baby would just be butt naked running around. And if this is his home, you know, this is the safe space, so he should be able to do that. So I encourage that. And like I said, it also get him unused, it's not a word, but if I can use it, it get him unfamiliar with that feeling of the diaper. You know, sometimes when he a little lazy, he back then when he was being lazy, he wanted to keep on his diaper. Like, he didn't want to do that. But you're the parent and you got to train up your child in the way they should go. You know, you got to teach them from right and wrong. So yeah, so I would have the potty literally in the living room. I would give him, like, I would show him like different potty songs or something like that on the laptop while he's sitting on his potty, and just getting him familiar, like I said, getting him familiar with sitting on it. Also, when you go to the bathroom, you can put the potty down in the bathroom beside you. Say, oh, it's time to use the potty. Time to use the potty. And this may be the disgusting part, but hey, it's your damn child. You got to teach them. They have to understand, like, we poop and pee in this place. There's nothing weird about it, you know. It's defecating. We all got to do it. And if your body can do it, thank God, you know. So when you go to the bathroom, stand up and say, look, pee is in the potty. We flush the pee down. We flush the pee down. And this is all to get the child connected, to make them neural synapses connect together so they can understand, like, yo, this is the process and this is what I have to do. I'm talking a little bit fast because I don't know how much time I got on this SD card, okay? I definitely got to find my other one. I don't know where it's at. But like I said, encourage to go diaper free, have them sit on the potty, and just to get them used to it. Now, this is the big shebang, bang, bang, bang. Okay, step 3 is positive reinforcement. Let me tell you something. If you do this consistently and you let your child sit down on the potty, eventually they will pee or poop in that potty, and it's your job when they do. You gotta go crazy. You have to go bananas in a good way. You gotta say, oh my gosh. You know, all children love praise. Maybe some don't, I don't know. But I know my son, he loved praise. And so you gotta go, wow. I remember the first time when he peed in his potty, I got excited. I got happy. I said, good job, soldier. You did so good. You peed in the potty. Yay! Woo! We went crazy, you know? And then on top of that positive reinforcement, which is praise, you gonna go ahead and give them something that they really like too. So my son loves popsicles. So I made sure that I gave him a popsicle, and I let him know what I'm giving him this popsicle for. You peed in the potty. That is so good. Here you go. I'm gonna give you some positive reinforcement, okay? And so, and I also, like, when he didn't pee in the potty, I was like, no, baby, we don't do that. It's the exact opposite. It's the exact opposite. You don't get hyped, don't get angry or anything like that. It's just like, no, that wasn't it. Like, when he peed on the floor, I was like, we don't pee on the floor. We don't do that. We're not dogs. We don't. No emotion, no anything. And he was looking at me like, huh? And I was like, baby, ain't nobody finna clap for that nasty behavior. No, you're not finna get praise. And especially if you know the connection, I expect more out of you. Okay, I expect, because you're learning and you're knowing. Now, that's not to say that you have to scold them, you know, if they pee on the floor and stuff like that. But just they also need to know that we don't do that. That's not something we want to continue to do, because it's like I said, if you got carpet and your child peeing on your carpet time and time again, you don't want your house smelling like urine. All right, so it also let them know, like, hey, we don't do that. We don't. Okay. All right, like I said, reward them, and eventually they're going to start making that connection, like, yo, sitting on a potty is a good thing. Is a good thing. Now, I did not give him a popsicle every single time he sat on the potty. I did praise him though every single time. I was just like, yo, that's good. When not only when he sat on the potty, but when he used the bathroom on the potty, I was like, whoa, that's good, that's good. But he was still in that stage where he was peeing in the potty but pooping in a diaper. So I was like, we have to get him out of that stage. So that's when you just keep on repeating the process. Keep on showing him on showing him how you use the potty. Keep on showing him different potty training videos. Keep on showing them whatever it is to make that, like I said, I'm so big on these mental connections, you know, because that's how our kids learn. They make associations and different connections in their brain that helps them remember different things. So that's what you want to do. Okay, and like I said, literally before his second birthday, he was roaming around the house. He was naked, and it was like kind of like, it was at nighttime, so he went around the bed. Like I said, he was naked, and I know my son, so I know if he's going around the bed, he about to poop. I said, Soldier, what you got to do? Because I seen he was looking like, man, where can I go? What can I do? Like, he was looking, he was fiending for a place. So I was just like, boy, you better not poop on my floor, because I have cleaned up that poop before. I sure have. And so the potty was right beside me, and it was dark. It was at nighttime. The lights was off in here, and literally he didn't even sit down on the toilet. He just did like a little hovering squat, and I just see something black in the toilet. I said, ah! And then I noticed it was potty, so I went crazy again. I was like, ah! I went crazy. I was like, Soldier, just potty. You just pooped in the potty. Listen, kids love energy. This is the time for your inner child to come out as well. Kids love energy. So I got crazy. I got hype. I told his dad, oh, he just pooped in the potty. And I let him know that it was a good thing. Like, I think, honestly, I think I kind of scared him, because the first time I screamed because I was just so happy, like he pooped in the potty. And I would just let him know, like, yo, baby, that's so good. That's so good. And I think his dad gave him a popsicle too after that. I'm sorry, I got an eyelash that's bothering me. Yeah, so his dad gave him a popsicle after that. So the main thing is to reward the good behavior. Don't give them no type of energy for the bad behavior. Just correct them, like, that's not, I'm not feeling that. okay. And just direct them back to the potty. Let them know, like, hey, we growing up, we getting mature. We sit down on the potty when we poop. And literally after that, he just been getting better and better and better, to the point where now if he gotta go potty, he'll pat down and he'll be like, mommy, potty, you know. So that is what we have been doing, and that's what we did to make sure that our son was potty trained before too. And like I said, it has continued, and it has continued to be, like, you know, just a positive journey. So I'm really appreciative of that. Now let me tell you something. The toilet, the little kids toilet, it doesn't, you know, it clearly don't flow. It's not connected to plumbing. So you gotta take it out and you have to dump it yourself, or you gotta teach them how to dump it. I dump it because I don't want to clean up no piss or no poop on the floor. Okay, right. What you want to do then, once they get accustomed and when they get comfortable with using the potty, seeing the language, or even if they have like a sign language that they do, if they just pat their butt or pat their front, you know, now you know that your child is making that association. They understand. But you want to fade this prompt out, and then you want to introduce a new prompt, which is going to be this, because like I said, we're going to get tired of dumping that pee and that poop in that toilet. Okay, so what you want to do is get them a little seat like this that they can put, and you can find these literally at a dollar store. You can find them at a discount store, online, Amazon Prime, whatever you can do, you can find these anywhere. Okay, I don't believe in, oh, I got this brand and that, baby, whatever work, okay? So what you want to do is you want to get excited, like, ooh, look what I got. We got something else, you know? And then you want to put this on the toilet. Now, you're going to get pushback. You're going to get pushback, but that's when you remind yourself, I'm the parent in this situation, all right? And you're going to sit on this toilet, okay? So what I did was I kept his potty inside of the bathroom, but I was just, when he would say mommy potty, I did not put him on the toilet. I put him on the big toilet, and I made sure his seat was there. And I would say, Soldier, this is your new potty. This is what you're going to be using from now on, okay? And so you just put it on the seat, and you literally do the same thing. If you see that they're a little hesitant about peeing in the toilet with this, you just play the waiting game. So we can do this all day, baby. You play the waiting game, and you just go ahead and you tell them like, hey, this is what you're going to be using from now on, and literally you repeat the steps. Once they poop or pee in the toilet, you like, oh man, you know, you give them that positive reinforcement. You say, look who's a big boy, and you know, whatever you gotta do. I promise with kids, you do have to shuck and jive for them to go ahead and get some things now. So whatever you got to do with that, like I said, and you just want to repeat that process. You want to go ahead and give them that positive reinforcement, and also let them know what they're doing is a good thing. And I believe that is it. Like I said, it is a marathon, not a sprint. Give yourself that grace. Give yourself that time. If you know they're not picking it up right away, just know they're going to get it. They're going to do it. So just give yourself that time. It is something that you got to keep at. But like all things that are worth it, you got to keep on doing it. Show yourself that patience and everything. I know it's hard, okay? I know it's hard. If you have one child or multiple children, I know it's hard to try to dedicate this time for that. So even if you just do this for 1 hour a day, or for like 30 minutes a day, just try to get them on the potty and just try to do some of these steps, okay? You're doing the best that you can for your child. You know what your child needs. You know what you can do. You know with the time that you have. You know your stress limit. You know all of that. Just try to dedicate 5 to 30 minutes a day to sitting on the potty. And I ain't gonna promise anything, but I'm pretty much sure that your child will go ahead and eventually get it, you know. But also, just make sure you are showing yourself that grace in that time as well. Listen, this is my first video for mommy content, so I hope you guys really appreciate it. I hope it helped in any type of way. Feel free for critiques, comments, questions, concerns at the bottom. And like I said, I just hope this helped during this journey, during this process. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all later on another day. Bye bye.